Alright, hopefully I'll be able to get everything into one video. John Mangini noticed a lot of people have not been commenting, making videos, or doing all that kind of stuff. And I can't compete with a lot of people that are being very disrespectful and getting 10 times the amount of views that I do. It really doesn't seem to be fair. You do everything nice and properly, or you present a lot of very well thought out information, or you use basics that, hey, guess what? This is a really neat card, and this is why it's neat, this is why I like this card, and this is why I have this. And I wanted to show you something that isn't the exact same thing that everybody else is showing. You know, a failed blaster box opening. Unfortunately, that's what people like to do, you know, and then they like to whine and curse about things when they don't go their way. You know, there's a lot of babies around here, and I mean big babies too. People that are almost 80 years old babies, you know, that sort of thing. And it's just really unfortunate. You know, and again, a lot of the bigger names are out there. They give you a couple of little things there, little nuggets and tidbits there. But, you know, to make up for those nuggets and tidbits, it's like these cable companies that gave you 2 or 3 months free. And then all of a sudden your payments just increase like tenfold. And you're like, well, I got all this free stuff. No, you didn't get anything free. They've already basically built that into your package. Nothing is given away free. So all the big, you know, jabs of this world, or the Wilsons and people, all that kind of stuff, there is nothing given to you for free. Some people complain that some of these guys give you bonus items, but they're just damaged commons or things that won't grade. You know, unfortunately, all these mystery boxes used to be so popular. You know, everybody's gone through and given you stuff that doesn't grade right, or is just kind of odd. And people's like, well, I got this particular thing. And no, you didn't. You paid for that. You know, and think about how much money you spent and how much money you're going to get back. So somebody might find some like Pete Rose, like third year card in one of these grab boxes. But unfortunately, it's not super mint, and it might grade like a 2 or a 3, maybe a 4 if you're lucky. But they don't have, you know, it's just you have to kind of, it's buyer beware out there right now. And a lot of the smarter ones have just said, you know what, I can't handle all this, so they've left YouTube. I'm not smart and I didn't leave YouTube. But let's get into today's mail here, and I'll show you a couple of things. I had a bad deal on some postage. I lost like 20 bucks on postage. Not a good deal. And I just can't figure out how to write something back to the seller that they scammed me. But nothing I can do about that. eBay has been really a jerk right now because they've been flooding everything with China and hiding all the listings from other sellers that I really like to buy from. One seller had 160 odd card sets that I was looking at. So this is really pretty neat. So I did some other kind of roundabout search. So instead of starting by lowest price, it did not say eBay was filtering any of their results. None of them. So I said, wow, that's a lot of sets. 160 odd sets that they have for sale. Then I sorted by newest first, just on a last minute. I had looked at this page numerous times. So I did a newest, newly listed, and some of them weren't all that newly listed. But there were almost 1,000 results. There were like 960 odd results or something like that. And so 700 plus results or something were filtered away, which I did not know I was filtering. You know, it's like the bank. I tried to go to the bank today, and they hit me with a 6-digit code. And that 6-digit code, I cut and paste. So I cut and paste this digital code, throw it in a little slot, hit the thing, and it said, we don't like your code. Boop, we don't like your code. Boop, we don't like your code. You have been locked out. And everybody seems to be locking people out otherwise. It's really unfortunate that one person is out there doing whatever they're doing, and then what happens is that they're allowed to basically treat everybody like dirt. But then we're supposed to bow down to these same people. It's like, how dare you treat me like dirt? I would never do that to anybody. But then you got video evidence of people. It doesn't matter if people are right or wrong. You know, there are people who have wronged me in the past, whether it's the Wilsons or the Jabs or whoever. They didn't really wrong me. They just are not really people that I really trust that very well. And sometimes they poke fun of them online, but you really, you know, it's best to just, you know, not say anything bad about anybody unless it's really necessary to do so. And so you people are going on TV and they start bashing this group of people and that group of people, and then all it does is makes it harder and harder to get anything done. And that's why the card community divide is so huge in some places. you know, forgive and forget the whole sports card dad thing. And now he's all buddy-buddy with everybody for a couple of minutes. And then, so, I mean, I said, hey, you're growing on me, dude, but, so I don't want to throw him underneath the bus. But anyway, so let's get into some mail here. So the first one we got here is a postcard of 2 bears here. So that's really pretty cool. But I did not ask for a San Francisco, California cancel of some kind. I'm not sure where I sent that to, but I didn't send that to San Francisco. So what we're going to do here, oops, if I got, oh, there we go. Fail. So that is a fail. So some post office wasn't able to cancel, or they did not know what to do and threw it back in the mail, and I got a generic cancel. So that's really pretty distasteful there, so that's not good. Then I got this one here, philatelic mail. And I don't know what post office it is yet that I've sent off to, but they've blacked out everything and said forget it. They basically said forget that. So essentially what that is, fail mail. Ridiculous. I mean, this is why I don't make content, because I don't get TTM requests and I get fail mail. I do all of this extra work. I'm very polite, very nice, decorate all my envelopes, and people said we don't care. There's just a lot of rude people out there. No explanation. So I will probably be able to use this again. So Beverly Hills is a piece of crap. They don't treat you with respect because they're so rich they can't deal with somebody in freaking Nowheresville in Oregon. Awful. Beverly Hills gets the finger behind camera. Now, let's get into what we got today in the mail here. So, I got this really nice thing. I saved $5 in postage. They were very nice. I got free shipping on this. Now, don't be disgusted because I'm going to take these things and rip them in half. Alright? So, these are souvenir sheets from the bicentennial era. So it's very hard to see these because they've printed them super faint. But I have gotten 4 sets of these. I think works out to 16 sheets. And I'm going to keep a set of these for my stamp book because I've been missing these ever since I was a kid. Because I had nowhere on planet Earth where I could order these. But people have stacks upon stacks upon stacks of these. You see where the perforations are? That's a stamp. But you see, if you look at this stamp right here, I can't even see what value that is. I don't know what it is. In fact, let me magnifying glass here. So these are not very popular because you can't read what it is. This is 18 cents. It's dark on dark. So they put, there's a black jacket here and brown on the black. Nobody likes these. Nobody likes anything from the bicentennial era. But I do have spots in my book, so I will keep 1 set. Now, unfortunately, the rest of them, there's another sheet there. You can read those a little better. But I can't see what denomination that is. I've had people use those on my envelopes. And they're not easy to store either. Let's see if I can show you. There's another one here. Did I show you Washington crossing the Delaware? Trying to show you one of each. Oh, here. I don't think I showed you this one here. This one here. So you can read this one. But they're very odd amounts, like 31 cents. These are all 31-cent stamps here. I mean, theoretically, I could paste this all onto one envelope here. And I could do that on a large size envelope. But I don't really want to do that. But, because I saved $5 in shipping, I got the last one that was available. So if you're looking for this, these things are all over the place on eBay. Sometimes you pay a lot of money for these, but again, these are things that people do not necessarily want, because not all the stamp books have a place for that. In fact, my stamp book does not have a spot for the punched stamps. So I got a bunch of these on an envelope one time, and I do not have a place to put those in there separate, because people thought that these were just collector sheets. So nobody really went and used these stamps. They saved them. So there's just like warehouses full of these things. So don't overpay on those. But they're neat. And they're frameable too. But sadly, they're going to go to the wayside. So I'll pick the best condition sheets. They came in one of these here. But I don't know how I'm going to set them in my book here because I don't have the plastic holders for these. I don't know where I'm going to get them. I'll probably take like one of those 8x10 card sheets, photograph sheets, and cut them in half, and then do some sort of mounting to the back of that instead of mounting these. I don't want to wreck these. But ever since I got that book circa 1986, I will be finally filling 4 pages in my book. I'm just absolutely astounded to get those. So that is what's in the mail today. That's what's in the bag. I didn't mean to go off on different things, but it's real. I don't know how to make videos anymore that will appease anybody, because I cannot compete with people. I mean, Sports Card Radio last night, they said, oh, it's been X amount of minutes here or whatever. It's now just time to let the F-bombs fly. And they started, you know, F this and F this and F this. I was really, really disgusted. And that is why I have unsubscribed to them last month. I still watch them every once in a while. I apologize to Zombie Collector. I said, sorry, Zombie Collector, I can only make a quick little comment. My comment was gold because he said something like, he said part 2 of the card buying bonanza. And I said, oh, part 2, is that what they call a bonanza split? And then I said, sorry, I have to go see a Sports Card Radio right now. They're going live. And then Zombie said something to that effect. And then I wrote back and said, "Oh, I'm back, Zombie. They were boring. They were just bashing gold. They were putting all their stuff on Golden and pumping Golden and dumping Golden, or I don't know, something like that." And I said it got very boring. And then he responded to that, and then I responded back. It just, you know, I liked. That's what I like about YouTube, is that interaction. But a lot of people are leaving because they don't get that fun interaction anymore. Because everybody's jumping off to the Sports Card Radios and the Wilsons just to see what they're doing. And unfortunately, all of that is doing is, regardless if it's good intentions or bad intentions, it's publicity for everybody. And with all the political things that have been happening recently, good or bad, it's attention for somebody that does not need attention. Again, I'd be happy to be in a nice air-conditioned bus, but I don't want to be thrown under that bus. And that's what a lot of people are doing. Everybody's here to stab you in the back, and I don't like that fact. Just go watch Ryan of Breakout Cards and watch his video traveling to England at the England's National Card Show, or the UK's National Card Show, and see what he picked up. He's doing the right thing, and most people are not. We need more of those people in the hobby. Check out some of the stamp collectors in the hobby. There's a really neat guy called Exploring Stamps. He's probably 35, 6, something like that. Maybe, if that. Really, I think he's originally from South Africa, but he lives somewhere in New York or wherever. Really neat guy. You can actually send him mail, fan mail and stuff like that. And I learned a lot from his channel, and the way and how to collect. You know, how you take care of stuff, what kind of supplies you need, and how other people collect, and what kind of postage stamps are valued to actually use on your envelopes. That's what I don't understand about this community. They're not willing to jump into other groups to see how things are done, because if you're not taking in knowledge, you're ending up getting stupid and watching stupid card radio. And I was just there to make sure that people weren't getting out of hand there. I'm not a chat moderator, but I always like to come to people's defense if they're being poorly treated. So that is all I have for you, and thank you for watching.
Those cute little kids selling lemonade. What's the big deal?
Real cute until they take your lemonade stand by force.
That was your lemonade stand?
Yeah, it feels like yesterday they did it.
When did it happen?
Yesterday.